Well, howdy, everybody. It's me. I made it. I've missed you guys. Not this guy so much, but I see him all the time. But I missed you guys. Oh man. So all right, you know all the stuff to do. Like, subscribe, comment your like number, all that stuff. Giving away a print. Double. We've been a little busy.
Yeah, we have.
Double signed by Donnie Cates and Ryan Stegman.
What? One of those two in the store this week?
Donnie was here.
That's right, he was.
Yes.
I forget that.
It was pretty cool.
Yes, he was.
A very cool experience. He's a great guy.
Busy guy.
Oh man, he's busy. He's a great dude. He graciously signed many of the hundreds upon hundreds of books laid before him. Got to talk to him. He's just really down to earth dude. Great guy. So wow, so much has been going on. Again, thank you everybody who came up to me and Drew. We were just where New York.
Yeah.
Thanks for just stopping by. Like, I'm still humbled. Every single one of you guys that like stops me as I'm running around like crazy. It comes to the booth. I'll be in the back doing something, and someone's like, "Someone's here to see you," and I'm like, "Come out there," and just some dude that watches this on YouTube, and I'm like, "Love talking to you guys." It's like, thanks for it. Keeps us going. It's 8:25 ish at night. I've read 33. You had 35 books.
Yeah.
And let's get started because I'm sure this video is going to be long enough already.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to start with. Here's what I did not read this week. Okay. Drew may have read some stuff.
I got 5 here I didn't read.
Okay, which ones?
I didn't read Shazam.
Oh, dude, you should have read Shazam.
I had too much better stuff to read.
Okay.
Didn't read Gods of Brutality.
Yeah, I didn't read that either.
Didn't read Broken Souls Ballad.
I did read that.
Okay, because I felt bad because I think I missed issue 3.
I missed an issue, but okay. I read it.
Didn't read Nightwing.
I did. You should have read it.
Didn't read Green Lantern.
I read it. Okay. So I read. Oh, I'm sorry.
What you didn't read?
This should be a. Sorry, that was a skip it. So I did read this, but I feel like I can't give an honest opinion of it. Dungeons and Dragons Mindbreaker.
You know what? I'll go ahead.
Like, I read it, but I don't feel like I can be objective about this.
Yes.
It would have been a meh, but it's like I'm not into I love Dungeons and Dragons. I played it my whole life.
Yeah.
I can't get into the comics of it.
Yeah, it was one of my mehs.
So that's kind of, it's like a meh, not really a skip it, but it's kind of like it doesn't count.
Yeah.
Green Lantern. I feel like it doesn't count. The art is fantastic in it. But I've never been to Green Lantern. I count that as it doesn't count. Savage Hearts. Man, the art is banger in this. It's great. And there's a couple really good scenes in it that I enjoyed. But I don't think I read issue 2 or 3. So I feel like it's kind of also it doesn't count. I don't want to say it's good. I don't want to say it's bad. It's kind of I didn't hate it. I don't want to say it's a mess. It's kind of a doesn't count. This pile of garbage, I didn't even bother reading it.
Which one was that?
Maria Lovett's Porcelain.
Oh, yeah, your favorite series.
I thumbed through it. It looks like the same crap that's always coming out.
You loved issue 1.
Oh, hate all of it. I did not read the Care Bears, unfortunately. There is a number 1 out. I'm sorry, My Little Ponies.
I was like, wait a second. Okay.
Sorry, different fluffy,
rainbow
colored animals.
See the rainbow, yeah.
Didn't read it. Surprise. But hey, it's a number 1, I guess. Hey, you do you. I did not read Agrisuko. Don't know what it is. Never cared about it. I'm not going to read it. I did not read this thing, OBE.
Oh, yeah. Ernie was talking about that. I didn't.
He had a big old stack of them. I guess people read it. It's part 4 of 4. Mm-hmm. I didn't read 1 through 3.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to start at number 4, but that's out. If you're into it, you can read it. I did not read this one either, Gods of Brutality. I want to read it. Mm-hmm. It looks super interesting to me. It's number 2.
Yeah.
I like the stuff that Black Caravan puts out. They're an imprint of Scout. I'm going to go back on that in a little bit. This is second print. I haven't read it, but the second print of this is out. You guys love it because we sell a ton of these in the store. We sell a ton of these things. So second print is out of We Don't Kill Spiders. Okay,
so I did read it. It was a meh for me. It was all right. I mean, it wasn't.
I just haven't read it yet, so I don't feel free to review it. You said it's a meh.
Yeah.
So there we go. I want to read this, but I didn't get a chance. Also, Death by Life. Sorry, It's number 7.
Yeah, same here. I didn't. Yeah.
There was a fire ass cover B for this.
Oh, that cover right there is already fire too.
Yeah,
Holy
this
crap.
is a great cover, but
Yeah.
there's a great cover B. It's gorgeous. I mean, it's got a smoking hot chick on it, drawn beautifully, which makes her smoking hot. I'm sure Drew read this.
Yeah,
I didn't read the. I don't read the Grim Fairy Tale stuff.
It was
I like the
it was
covers.
It was a net for me. You know, it's not bad. It was good. It just small tales like Tales from the Crypt type stuff going on.
Okay, any story sticks out in there that
The very end sticks
Okay.
out. It is pretty graphic. It's pretty
Okay.
nasty.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if you like the graphic
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
it's kind of a big cover price on this, right? What is it?
$8, I think.
Yeah, $8.
Yeah.
And this is the Halloween quarterly they put out every year.
Yeah.
Not a bad cover there. So I didn't read it, but again, I'm going to show it to you guys. That's Grim Tales of Terror. I should be saying these names. Death by Life. Yeah, I didn't say the names. I always forget to say the names. Harrow County. All you guys tell me I should read it. I just have it's issue 4. I haven't read 1 through 3.
Same here.
Yeah, I think I would like it because I think it's Cullen Bunn.
Yep. So
I've liked almost everything Cullen Bunn writes. I would probably enjoy it. Just didn't read it this week. Another one I did read stuff, I promise. Cinderella versus Zombies. This is a pretty good Jonathan Royal cover.
I did read it.
Okay, what'd you think?
It's a mess. She is very insufferable in this. She's like Harley Quinn level of insufferable in this, and it doesn't really have an ending. It just circles back to the very beginning. It's like,
okay.
Yeah.
See, now you saying that makes me want to read it because I like the original Harley Quinn character.
It was no. This is like current day Harley Quinn.
Oh yeah, screw that.
No. This is like
no, man, F that.
Yeah.
I'm not. No, I hate the current Harley Quinn.
Yes.
She's like an annoying teenager.
Yes. There you go.
No, no. She should be written like a psychopath. We need to write a good psychopath.
Well, they did do one a couple years ago. Kyle and I reviewed it where she kills Zenoscope or kills the whole universe.
I remember it.
It was great.
Yeah, it was super good. She's crazy. We're on the knife. Electric Black Dark Caravan. I like schmalky stuff. I didn't read Electric Black, and I haven't read Dark Caravan. Did you read it?
I did. It felt like I was really missing something because I mean it was a number 1. I'm like, okay, cool. And
did you read Electric Black? Electric Black was a huge series.
I read the original run when it first came out. I was reading it, but I had always thought it was like a Tales from the Dark Side, Tales from the Crypt, like multiple small stories.
So you're still super lost with that?
I'm super lost with this. I'm like, there's a gym, light and dark side fighting. I'm like, I have no clue what's going on.
Yeah, I feel like I do need to go back and do some homework.
Yeah, if you haven't kept up on this,
I need like a jumping on point for new readers or something.
Yeah, for some of these titles, yeah.
And I didn't read Betty Page because I'm not reading this.
So I did read it.
I mean, that's a great cover by Marat.
Yeah.
I mean, great job, Marat. Great cover. Got Nash came on the boobies.
Yep. It was a meh. It is the end of the series, and just nothing really dazzling about it. I was outside of the covers.
Okay. Betty Page Has Adventures.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the stuff that I did not read. Again, this isn't every single thing that's come out. There's so many comics that come out every week, guys. We try to give you a good list of them, but those are my no reads. Now let's go ahead and start with the official Mez. So 8:39, we start the Mez. And I don't have a pen to write that down for our YouTube guy. He'll figure it out. Okay. Drew's gonna go get a pen real quick.
I got a Sharpie.
A Sharpie. We have lots of Sharpies around here. 8:40 is when the official Mez start.
There we go.
Okay, so you drive the train. What's your first Mez? And I didn't even read this book that you had.
Okay,
Damn,
yeah.
I knew I forgot something.
Yeah, my first Mez is Catwoman Lonely City.
Okay, I'll let you talk about it because I didn't read that.
So it's not bad. It's good. It's not great.
So this is the oversized black label.
Correct. Yeah.
There's a really good jock cover for this cover.
Yes, there is. And Cliff Chang wrote and drew this. The art is solid on the inside. She is pretty much, it's like an old lady Catwoman in the story. Like Marvel does those motifs. Now it's Catwoman. So Bruce is. Should we give spoilers for this or no? Or,
I mean, is it different? Yeah, let's not spoil it yet.
Okay, no, but so
is it different from Tom King's old lady Catwoman?
Yes, it's better. It's better.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's better. So it's good. And
cool. It's better than it's good.
Yes. Better than bad. It's good.
Funny.
So she's come back to a Gotham after 10 plus years and things have changed. She's trying to catch up on things, trying to get money. and she's trying to get back in the swing of things, but she's got physical problems. And so it's cool seeing her dealing with these physical ailments as she's gotten older. She can't keep up as she used to.
That was what was really unique about The Dark Knight when it first came out in the 80s.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's a meta for you?
Yeah, there's some elements in here where it's like, it's kind of question like why certain villainous elements have done what they did. It's like, wait a minute, why would you let her out if you want to put her back in again? This does not make sense. That's why it's a meh. I'm like, whoa. This does not make sense.
Okay. I got to read it.
Okay.
I don't know how I missed that one. Okay. Purgatory.
You know what? Yeah, I got that too.
It's totally a meh for me because Purgatory Issue One, this is a new Issue One from Dynamite. It seemed really weird to me.
Yes, it was.
I just had a hard time keeping up. And I didn't have a hard time keeping up because the story was so advanced. I had a hard time keeping up because it's kind of all over the place. There's this big fight. There's these super overpowered ninjas with these crazy super overpowered swords. And then she's just kind of sitting there meditating.
Yes, in like a monk temple meditating.
And then then she goes to fight the person when she wakes up from her meditation. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden she's in a different place. I was like, what the shit just happened? Totally lost me. Not even intrigued at all. I'm as confused as she is at the end of the issue. So, yeah, I don't even know why I tried to read it, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay. My next Met is Red Sonja.
You got that too?
Black, white, and red. I think this is an incentive cover. The J League cover is incentive. So I got to tell you, there's a story in here. The second story, I believe.
Yes.
Oh man,
yes,
it is good.
Absolutely.
It's good. It's so good. Oh, I got to say who wrote it.
That's Philip Kennedy Johnson.
Philip Kennedy Johnson, and then who's the artist?
I don't know who the artist is, but he did a damn good job too.
So good.
Yes.
I love the art.
Yes, there it is.
Here,
right
I'll just show you a little teaser of the interior art.
Philip Kennedy Johnson wrote this great. It's like almost like an old lady Red Sonja.
She's almost senile.
Yes.
And then it goes back and tells her story of how she became the She-Devil.
Yeah.
Or like
when she became. I love that first page.
It's in direct contrast to the terribleness of the first story.
That is amazing. I love it.
It's told by Philip Kennedy Johnson and Steve Beach. Man. And Hassan Osmane El How. I butchered that name. I'm sorry. And Nate Crosby.
I want that first page.
This, I almost hate to say this. It's worth getting for that middle story.
Yes.
Like if it wasn't for
the book ended two
it's a
stories.
$5 cover price. But and you know what? You can criticize the first story. I didn't like the first story at all.
I didn't like the last
one.
Yeah.
But anyway, so it was pretty good, but it's still a meh. Still a meh for me. Revelations, He-Man.
Did not read it. I got Black Manta.
Okay. Oh, how did I miss Black Manta? Why do I keep missing these? Anyway, so He-Man, this would have been even better if it came out before the freaking Netflix series. It wasn't a bad ending. I enjoyed the Netflix series. I did. I enjoyed the Netflix series because I felt like it had a little more emotional maturity in it. Like Tila would have been pissed when she finds out everyone's been lying to her whole life. Yeah, she should be pissed. Well, she finally starts getting pissed in here. And I got to tell you, the sorceress and what the sorceress and He-Man and everybody does to her at the end of this is totally effed up. They are not the good guys from what they do in here. Their morality is super questionable. So I really like that kind of twist on it. I really did. I like that twist on it. I'm a huge He-Man fan growing up as a kid. Still am as an adult. And I didn't like I liked issue 1 and 2. I didn't like issue 3 and 4. And I love how this run wrapped up with, I'm sorry, I didn't issue 3. This is 4. The middle one I didn't like. Anyway, I liked it, but not enough to make it a top 10. Lots of questionable morality going on in there. Go ahead, Black Manta.
There you go. Black Manta, number 2. This cover is an absolute lie. One thing I hate is it covers that lie.
It's a teaser.
None of this is in this comic. None of this. There's no sea monster. He's not in the costume. He's at a dinner party with Gentleman Ghost. The end.
Yeah, this doesn't happen either. It almost does, but it doesn't.
This is the main cover too. This is an absolute lie. So yeah. I was.
So how was the story though? The story was.
He's in the
first one was good.
Dinner party with Gentleman Ghost.
Oh, okay, so never mind. Gun Honey.
I've got that too.
Again, it's just confusing. They're just jumping around way too much. The covers are the best part of this series. Thank God they do like 15 different covers, and it's all pretty much a half-naked girl with a gun by A-list artist or top-notch artist. But the story is just too confusing to me. It's jumping around. She's doing this, and then she's all of a sudden she's there, and we're changing locales. I don't know who this person is, and then we change the locale again, and there's supposed to be a big shocking moment, and it's not shocking because I don't know what's happening.
And apparently, it's okay for women to slip a roofie into another woman's drink after they have sex.
After they have sex, yeah,
that's okay. According to Gun Honey, that's okay.
I mean, I don't care. It's if that's part of the character, she needs her to stay knocked out. I guess okay, that's fine. But yeah, it was just kind of again, it's a meh for me. Anything to add about that one?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Next man. What was it?
Phoenix Echo.
Echo.
Yeah. I got Catwoman.
So this story is a total lie. This cover is a total lie. There's no Venom in it.
Oh, it's a Stormbreaker cover. So I take it as that. Yeah. It's a Stormbreaker cover. It's not the main cover. If it was the main, I would have been pissed. Yeah.
So I didn't hate the story, but I didn't love the story. I kind of like the way they're going with the character. I don't, again, from the word go, her first act as the Phoenix is she murders somebody.
And so I'll save my thoughts for later.
Well, someone tries to hold her accountable to that murder.
Yes.
And she runs away. But I feel like throughout this series, the person who tries to hold her accountable should tell everyone else, hey, by the way, this new Phoenix of yours, she just murdered someone, but she's off. Anyway, it's a meh for me. I haven't lost all hope for this series already in issue 1. I'm not that narrow-minded yet, and there's a little bit of hope to it. But I don't know. Again, they can't just let these people literally get away with murder and pretend like, oh, it's okay. You're still a good guy. You're just struggling with being a good guy. Anyway, go ahead with what is this again?
Catwoman 36.
Oh, okay. The Jenny Frison cover is really good.
Yes, that is one of her best right there.
That's a really good. They captured Harley Quinn is not supposed to look like a 12-year-old girl.
Correct.
She's supposed to look like a psychopath adult woman, which Jenny Frison did wonderfully.
Yes.
This is how Harley should be portrayed. Thank you, Jenny.
Yeah, it's amazing how many people forget that she's supposed to be insane.
I applaud you. That's why Jenny Frison is one of the best in the industry.
Yes, she is.
Yes.
So the ending of this left me very confused. I'm like, who or what are these things in the jars at the very end? I'm like, I have no clue. Are we supposed to be shocked, surprised? The people that were in like the containers at the very end?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, wait, who are they? I don't understand what's going on here.
Yeah, I was a little lost there too.
Yeah, and a lot of that, I'm just like, I just couldn't care less about, especially the lady in the pantsuit.
Yeah.
Badass. I'm sorry. I tried. It was okay. But the ending was like, wait, who are they? What are they? I don't understand what's going on now.
This is also a meh for me too.
Okay.
I left it on my desk. Catwoman's also a meh. Yeah, it was. Again, I feel like the whole fear state thing is happening, but it's not happening.
Yeah, it's a mishandled event.
Oh man, wait till I get to my skip-its. Okay, so anyway, yeah, those are that's how I feel about Echo as the new Phoenix, and Catwoman's kind of we'll see. Peacekeeper,
I've got that too.
It's just again. So first off, the art has so much to be desired in this. It's such in direct contrast to the main Batman story. The art, this was really just not good. Not what you would expect from a high tier, what's supposed to be one of the main new people in the Batman universe.
Yep.
You would expect it to have a much solider, much more gooder art on it. It's
more dynamic.
There's no dynamicness to it at all. It was very lackluster. There's a new word for you. I don't think we've used that word yet. It's very lackluster art. And the story was also very lackluster. And then I read Batman right after this, and it doesn't make any sense.
No.
Because where he's left in this story is definitely not where he picks up at in Batman. In Batman, he's going crazy from a lethal dose of fear toxin.
Yes.
And here, he's just kind of confronting his dad, I guess. Burying his old demons.
Burying his demons with his dad. And not just that, but the dialogue in this, it is way too much. I'm like, a lot of this I don't care about. I really could not care about.
too much backstory.
Yes, too much.
Too much backstory. So remember, Mahoney, he's the son of the crime family, the Mahonies. I'm sorry.
No, he's the son of a cop.
The cop, yeah, the cop who, from all the way back from year one, he was.
No, that was Flash.
No. Where Mahoney is in one of the Bat stories. It wasn't year one, was it?
No, he's maybe thinking of Merkel.
I'm totally mixing up something. Yeah, Merkel was in there. Who was Gordon's partner?
That was Flash. One.
That was Flash.
Yeah.
Well, so where am I mixing up Mahoney from then?
Well, this is I don't know. I didn't get a chance to look it up too, but I just took it as he was just a cop that was a dirty cop. And
help us out in the comments, guys. I don't want to look it up. So anyway, he's from the Mahonies. Anyway, it doesn't matter because it just doesn't matter. He's Peacekeeper now. His backstory doesn't really add a lot of significance to the guy.
It's not really his; it's his dad's backstory.
Yeah, it's more his dad's, his family's backstory, and how he's like, "You were mean to me, Dad." Yeah. Join the club.
Yeah, I'm reading it. I'm just pulling up my column. Like, God, this is so aggravating.
You can just skip it, guys. $6.
No,
you can skip it for the cardstock cover. You can skip the story. You don't need it.
Yeah, cut it out.
All right, I got 4 more skip it's, guys. 4 Mez. Sorry. Okay. Flash.
That was a Mez.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sure was.
I'm gonna put that right there, and I'm gonna toss out Usagi Yojimbo.
Oh, I didn't read that. I don't read Usagi hardly ever. So, the art was super solid in Flash. Really, really good art. Just I didn't like it. It wasn't bad. It's a meh. The story's kind of a throwaway story. It's like a one shot.
No, it's leading into the next issue,
and
right. possibly bigger things with what's released.
I take that. Is my brain working tonight? I need some more
rain.
Orange dreamsicle. Yes. The art is fantastic in it. And it what was I didn't like about this? Talk about Usagi. I'm gonna look this up.
Usagi wasn't bad. I mean, the art is gorgeous in this by Stan Sakai. There's a huge fight and a huge mansion, and not everyone makes it out alive. If you like Usagi, you'll enjoy this. It's It's not great. It's not bad. It's good.
Oh yeah. I felt like this could have been way shorter of a story.
I was reading it too. I was like, feels like a double-sized issue, and
it could have been this. This could have been. I'm pretty sure this and whatever happens in the next issue is going to be able to be in one issue.
That's what happened with the one Flash two-parter with the Firestorm or Heatstorm, whatever.
Yeah, but it doesn't bother me too much because the art is so good in this.
Absolutely.
Like I found myself again just looking at the art. After reading the page, just sitting there and just absorbing the art because it's so good.
One of the small things I enjoyed is Flash's mask, how detailed he was onto like the nose, just like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah. I mean, the writing is great too. The dialogue is good. It paces really well. It's a long time to get to the payoff of what happens and then wait till next issue. So it probably would have been in my top 10. It probably would have been a solid 11 or bottom 10, but there's just better stuff. I am looking forward to the next issue of that. Okay, Suicide Squad.
That was a meh?
Well, I just ran out of room.
I got United States of Captain America #5.
Oh, I will talk about that later. So Suicide Squad. I really like this one. Ambush Bug Ambush Bug finally was not annoying to me.
He was hysterical.
I was LOLing. I LOL'd at least once, if not twice. It was like a chuckle. I literally laughed out loud. I burst out laughing. It was pretty good. I like how he basically talks shit about all the stuff that's really happening. Like in the Suicide Squad, he talks about Peacemaker. He talks about HBO Max series.
There's a great page where he's like, let's be honest, you stopped reading it now, but at this point, all right, let's just look at the art.
Yeah. So it was good. I really liked this. I I encourage you to go back and read the issue before it because there's a lot going on in Suicide Squad. There's a lot going on in Suicide Squad. So go back and reread 7. You'll enjoy 8 even more. But I really liked it. It got bumped out of my top 10. It's like a solid 11. Okay, go ahead. Which Captain America?
Yeah, so it didn't piss me off as I thought it was going to. So it was just barely a meh to skip it. But the very beginning of this, the guy, I love what this guy says on the TV. He said, none of these people are Captain America. He is 100% correct, but we're led to believe that he's the bad guy. That's hate monger. It's like, wait a second. No, but he's right. Steve Rogers is Captain America, you know? But, and I don't like how Cap reacts to John Walker and what he did to Red Skull's daughter. I'm like, dude.
He tortured the shit out of her.
Wait, seer training. People seer training go through worse than that. Holy crap.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's like,
from what he says, he did to her.
Broken pinky? Come on. Come on.
Yeah, I guess so.
He went easy on her.
Yeah, he didn't waterboard her.
And do you want to use Cap Shield as a hypnotic device?
I'm burning my tongue.
Yeah, it's like it's pretty damn stupid, but it didn't anger me as issue 1 did.
It angered the shit out of me. I'll tell you guys why.
Ooh, we got an opposite one. Okay.
Bit. Oh well, I just pushed it a little more. Okay. So Shazam number 4.
We got Ninja Scouts in the Mask of Humbaba.
So Shazam. I'll talk about that one later too. So Shazam, they finally explain why his powers have been going crazy for a while. And you should read this one because I think you would like it. I know you've been really turned off to Shazam as a Shazam fan. You're a huge Shazam fan.
Captain Marvel? Yes.
Yeah. I really like this one. It explains, it really kind of cuts to the mythos of Shazam. I don't like the whole sharing powers thing. It shouldn't be that you can't just be like, Shazam, I give you some power and I'm taking it back. Shazam, give me my power back. And they talk about this big event that happens. I actually want to read that story. They talk about this event that happens, and I want to read that story about that event because it sounds awesome.
In the future happening, or
yes,
okay,
yes. And remember at the end of issue 3, he steps into like the Rocket Fraternity, and there's like a young looking Black Adam there.
Yes, that's
all explained very well, really, really well.
And he had blonde hair.
Explained it really well, and I really enjoyed it. It was really good. It got bumped out of my top 10. It would have been a solid 11 or 12. Okay, let's talk about that pile of shit.
So at first glance, it's the Ninja Scouts and the Mask of Humbaba. Yes. Now the reason why this is a meh is because this is their kid line. This is the Scoot line. This is for the kids.
Definitely for kids.
Now by reading this and knowing it's for kids, I could see a young kid like who may have liked Monster Squad, The Goonies, something like that, would probably be into a comic something like this. Where Scouts, your ninjas are fighting mystical things. It's like, okay, that's a fun concept for a kid. I think a kid would like that. As an adult, I'm like, this is stupid. All right, but so there we go, and that's why it's a meh for me. You know, if you're a kid, you may enjoy it. An adult, probably not.
I'll talk about it here in 2 issues.
Okay.
And my last one was Broken Soul's Ballad. This was
Rich number 3.
Oh man, screw you.
Hey, it's not skip it this week.
Oh, you're right. Okay, so Broken Soul's Ballad. Now I missed issue 3 of this, and I like this so much. I cannot wait to go back and read issue 3 and get caught up. As I was reading this, I was like, oh yeah, this is that series that I love that is super freaking creepy.
Yeah, issue 1 was amazing.
Hyper creepy. This is so creepy and so good. The bag is almost making it not look as cool as it is. Yes, this is really, really creepy. It's scary. It is scary. It's hard to get a comic that, especially as I'm a 48-year-old dude, I've seen a lot of stuff. For something to scare you, like, says a lot. This was scary. Well, I'm not like curled under my desk reading it, but
the first issue was scary too.
This is good. This is really, really good. This is creepy. It's good. Massimio Rossi, great job. And I'm going to butcher this name here, but Ludovica Serighetti. Ludovica Serigeti. Great job. The art is great. Again, if I read number 3, it may even have been in my top 10, but my top 10 is really solid, pretty solid this week with my top 10. I was very stubborn on my top 10. Go ahead with the great issue of Eat the Rich.
By great, if you mean,
By great,
sure.
I mean great.
I would disagree with that, but so I have the rule of 3 when I read comics. After this 3rd issue, I'm tapped. I have no interest in this series anymore.
Okay. Just bringing us. He's lower the automatic desk.
There we go.
Technical difficulties.
There we go.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't matter how much money that you're offered for your family. Why someone would sign a contract saying, "Okay, you can eat me as long as my family's taken care of." I'm like, I'm struggling to find who would sign something like that.
Well, so in the 2nd issue, I felt like that lady really kind of explained it.
It was even when I read it, I'm like, this is a very weak sauce.
She's like, she had a choice to either she never could afford the medical care, she would have been living in poverty, her daughter would have a terrible upbringing. She basically is allowing, like, well, I will live for 20 more years. After these 20 years, you can eat me, right? And for those 20 years, she has the best medical care she can possibly get, and her daughter's going to be taken care of for the rest of her life.
But you have to live knowing for 20 years, people you are in servitude to
you don't have a kid.
Are looking at you thinking, I'm going to eat you here in 20. I'm like,
you don't have
no.
No. People will do crazy shit for their kids. And that particular thing.
Yeah, I think there's a line a parent would not cross.
I don't know. And for 20 years, if someone has a terrible medical condition and they would be like confined to a wheelchair, maybe die in 5 years, but with medical care you can live for 20 and your kids gonna be taken care of the rest of your life. I found the verisimilitude of that to be very high.
I find that verisimilitude to be very low.
Very high. Because remember, I mean, not to get too crazy with this, but think about people that cross the border in these terrible conditions.
Now we get to another topic. So if you could bring in someone like, let's say, a minority who doesn't speak English or whatever, hey, sign this, we'll take care of you. Don't let them know what's going to happen. Then, okay, you got me. But telling them that you're going to eat them, that 20 years later, I'm like, I don't buy this.
She explained it. I think there's people out there that would agree to that. I mean, once you're dead, who cares what they do with your body? I don't care if you fucking eat me.
If you're watching out there, please say in the comments if you would agree to this contract. Please, if you would or wouldn't.
Maybe
please.
You wouldn't.
Yes.
But imagine if you were instead of dying in 5 years, you would live for 20. Or if you lived 20 years of a terrible, terrible life, living confined to a hospital bed, but instead with better care, you can actually move and enjoy the life. I mean, I think it's very believable.
All I'm going to say is, I'll say it again, if you want the better version of this story, watch the movie Society. It is amazing.
All right, next issue. Next issue.
I got
2 more skip-its.
Got the Doctor Strange.
Are you kidding me?
It got bumped.
Oh,
it got bumped.
Man. Okay, go ahead.
It was good. It's just, the ending just left me confused. I'm like, so these guys stopped because reasons? It didn't make sense why these guys who had the Avengers and Doctor Strange on the ropes who did nothing.
The three mothers.
Yeah, 3 mothers they did nothing. I mean,
they kicked the shit out of the Avengers.
Yeah, who did nothing. I'm like, that's it? Really? You're just gonna stop and like
it made sense to me. I don't want to spoil it too much, but they were basically like, I mean, they treated the Avengers like they were nothing.
Yes.
And to me, they were like, and they said
stopped.
And they said they've conquered thousands upon thousands of worlds. So to them, the Avengers were just like ants. They were like, hey, they showed up. Is this world going to sustain our son? And the one mother was like, yes, there's lots of magic here. They were like, okay, cool. Let's get back to our kid. We'll come back here later to eat the world. So they were just like, the Avengers like, we're going to stop it. They're like, whatever. And they're like, hey, is the magic here? Yes, there's lots of magic here. Okay, cool. Oh, we missed our son. Let's get back to our son. We haven't even seen yet. Oh, man, I'm super excited.
I was just left dumbfounded.
Yeah, they left because they were like they're only there for the world, for their kid to eat the world. So they were just kind of showing up to check it out. They chased I'm spoiling way too much, but yeah, they chased that one person to Earth, and then they checked it out. Oh, there's tons of magic on this place. All right, cool. Like, we'll be back with our kid to feed him this world. to sustain them.
It had me until it lost me at the end. I didn't buy that for 1 minute.
Got it. I bought it.
Okay.
Made sense. Okay, what's your last one?
Last one is Star Wars Adventures 11.
Oh yeah, that was yeah.
The only decent story was very beginning with Luke, but even then with that pilot, I'm like, this kid would have been kicked out of the Rogue Squadron years ago. Yeah. There's no way he would have gotten away with this crap.
I'll start that with my first skip it.
Yeah, I don't buy this for 1 minute. And the story with Jabba sucked ass. Oh my god.
Skip it.
Okay.
Skip number 1. It was Star Wars because it was just save your money. Doesn't matter. Story wasn't that great.
No.
Don't even bother.
35 minutes for the.
Yeah. 35 minutes. 35 minutes. Okay. I will start with, because you already did this one. So here's this one, the Ninja Scouts. Okay, so this is going to be a difficult one. So I understand it being a kid's comic. If it's a kid's comic, make it more of a kid's comic.
How could it be more of a kid's comic?
So first off, the color palette and the way the cover is drawn and the way it's presented, it doesn't look like a kid's comic. It looks like a poorly drawn adult's comic. This isn't going to jump off the shelf to a kid.
Well, unfortunately, Sean, there are a lot of poorly drawn adult comics.
No, I agree. But if this is supposed to be for a kid's imprint, and if I was going to put this in my store on a kid's level, no kid's going to walk by this and be like, oh, Mom, I want to get that. The color palette is incredibly dull and bland. If you're marketing to kids, make it for kids.
Well, apparently that's what they think kids are into, that style of art. And I don't like it.
I don't know. None of my kids ever would have jumped out to get this comic.
Absolutely not.
Secondly, I hate when something is PC just for the sake of being PC. The Scouts, the 3 Scouts are conveniently a white kid, an Asian kid, and a Spanish kid.
Yeah, you gotta get the trifecta.
Conveniently. It reminds me back to...
Well, it's the Ninja Scouts. It's not the Boy Scouts, it's the Ninja Scouts.
Then they all should have been Asian. I mean, I'm just saying. If you want to go with the stereotypes. Yeah, I'm sorry, but it reminded me of when... So a little secret here. In the military, in advertising, if there's ever a military poster... right, for the Marine Corps anyway, you got to hit all the wickets. There has to be a black person, a Spanish person, an Asian person, a female, a white person. You can't have 2 of the same, especially not 2 white people. Whoa, can't have them on the poster. And then whenever you're casting for a poster, if you hit like a black female, that's like, oh, boom, we got 2 in 1 right there. That's great.
Sounds like Hollywood.
That's exactly what it is. This is what it reminded me of, and it just brought back some bad memories of freaking out about that stuff. Like 90% of the people here don't look like this, and we have to make it look like this. Anyway, so I did not like this. I didn't even like the story. My kid wouldn't be interested in this. If I was reading the story to my kid would lose interest. Like, I don't know. I did not like this, and I tried reading it through the lens of a parent looking for a kid, and as a retailer marketing it just failed in every regard. And even if my kid did like it, it's a one-shot. They're not going to get any more of these characters. Anyway.
Depending on how well the sales go.
Skip it. Well, skip it.
Speaking of bad comics, I got Batman 115.
Oh, man. You know what? I'm going to join you in that. Yep. Surprise, surprise. You go ahead. I'm going to see why you skipped it, see if we agree on why you skipped it.
Reason number 1, this cover is a lie. There is no bomb at all in this comic, outside of the comic itself, which is
pay attention to that.
Yeah, defuse the bomb. It's like, wait, and there's no fight. There's no fucking fighting in this comic. And so there's a mind machine, and there's an even bigger mind machine.
My brain was fighting to believe that this is Batman.
Yes, there you go, exactly. And Molly sees Batman again, and Ivy wants to destroy Gotham again.
The most interesting part of this to me was Ivy. Yeah. That's the most intriguing part of this. So here's why I didn't like this. I have been an advocate for this series from day one.
Yes, you have.
I've enjoyed Batman. I've enjoyed Fear State. I've enjoyed it. I've overlooked the fact that Batman has been de-Batmanized for a long time. I can't do it anymore. I can't overlook the fact that Batman has been de-Batmanized. He's two things, right? First off, he's flying through the air with Miracle Molly. She's on her hoverboard, and he's Spider-Maning around with his batarangs.
And the interior art in this sucks ass too. I did not like.
I just even that when I I can believe that Spider-Man is going through the city.
Yeah.
Right. But like Batman with 2 batarangs, like it doesn't work. I'm sorry. But just when I think about that's a whole other conversation to nerd out on the technology of how that's going to work.
But when we've seen it done so much more coolly with with Jim Lee and you make it look awesome. It's like this looks sweet sauce.
So he's battering through the air, and then Miracle Molly asks him, she's like, "Aren't you afraid?" He's like, "Of course I am." Batman is not afraid. He has a plan to figure out how he's going to fix everything. He's 2 steps ahead of everybody because he's a freaking genius. He's Batman. Batman's not going to rely on Miracle Molly to save the day. He would take her under his wing. She would be marveled by the fact that he's Batman. And then they confront a big villain, right? And he's basically and they say a 400-pound giant wall of muscle. And he has these technology gloves.
Yes.
And he punches Batman. Okay, maybe he got the drop on him, right? Batman would hear him coming if he's 400 pounds.
Absolutely.
He would know how to counter and block and do the Batman stuff.
Because he's fought Bane, he's fought Killer Croc, he's fought guys that size.
He knows how to do that, and he would counter and parry and hit him in the solar plexus to make his arm not work or some shit.
Bundle of nerves and
he would know how to stop the guy, or he would have something in his belt to disable the gauntlets, and he wouldn't have to rely on Miracle Molly to do it. I built the gauntlets. Let me try to disable them.
But Miracle Molly's the hero. She's
apparently she is.
Yeah.
This might as well be Miracle Molly 115.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so angry reading this. And then
I was so pissed. I didn't even read the backup story.
Then only after she disabled the gauntlets does Batman finally like, "Oh, now I can step in now. I know how to handle 400 pounds of muscle." And he basically hits the guy and knocks him down. Come on, man. Where's Batman at?
It's in Detective Comics.
We don't have. Yeah, he's in Detective.
Well, he's in a much better Batman story. I'm going to get to in my top 10. I'll say that.
This Fear State needs to wrap up. And if James Tynion doesn't know how to write Batman, I'm telling you right now,
he's gone.
I enjoyed Tom King's Batman 100 times more than I'm enjoying this Batman. The universe that Tynion has created around Batman is intriguing. It's just lacking Batman. He's created Miracle Molly and Ghostmaker or Ghost Hunter or whatever the shit his name is. Yeah, Ghostmaker and Miracle Molly and Peacemaker and Peacekeeper X, the Simon Corporation, the Future State. He's a new Batman. Where's Bat? Can I just have Batman? Oh, well, my God.
The bigger question is, I brought it up on Saturday at Thinking Critical a few weekends ago. I'm like, how is there still crime in Gotham City with all these vigilantes in the city right now?
Yeah, I just can't. I just can't anymore. I'm sorry. It's a skip it. I'm done. I'll keep reading it to keep hating on it, but I'm done. All right, Captain America, this pile of crap.
Woo. I got. What should I?
I know we're up to 43 minutes, guys. I'm gonna try to push. I had to
Batman Catwoman number 8.
I don't know how I missed all these books. So Captain America was a pile of crap. So at the climactic story when, okay, now think about this. You have US agent, super soldier serum, trained soldier, total badass. You have Bucky, total badass, Winter Soldier, cybernetic arm, older than dirt. And you have freaking Captain America. Fighting expert, super soldier serum, it's got the shield, super badass. These 3 dudes, and you have Falcon in there too, right? These dudes can handle anything. They would never tell regular people, especially not a dude that has a trash can that spray painted Captain America colors, to show up at the final battle with the boss to have their moment of, we're all Captain America, and they're all getting their licks in. They would never endanger those people to be in a battle like that with some ultra badass where they could get killed or hurt or die. It's stupid. It's so stupid. Oh God, F you to whoever wrote this. Who wrote this?
Christopher can't write well.
F you, dude. That is not what would happen. And shame on Marvel for allowing this to happen. If you're going for some feel-good story, let them all go clean up a park together or do a beach cleanup. Or they can all mow some old lady's lawn or something.
That could be the annual issue.
They're not going to go fight these ultimate bad guys with a bunch of normal powered people.
Who have
Cap would never, ever do that. Yeah, zero fighting experience. They would never do that.
Yeah.
Never.
And in all honesty, it's pretty irresponsible of him to do that.
Yeah, it goes against who the character is. All right, sorry. Go ahead with your, and I'll talk about
Oh, yeah, I got Batman Catwoman. So I guess Liam Sharp is now the artist of the series because Clayman couldn't finish it.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, so
it's a shame too because Clayman is so good.
Yes, absolutely. And it's like he can't do one issue a month. He could. I mean, I know he's got a back injury or whatever, but it's like it was billed as him doing the art, and it's like I like Liam Sharp, but when you read it, it's like this doesn't fit the story.
Yeah.
But the Catwoman in this issue, how it really brings up the bigger question: how and why, in God's name, Bruce Wayne would fall in love with this woman? Because the Catwoman written in this is completely different from the one in this Lonely City and the one in the Catwoman title. It's like, who is this person?
It's not a bad cover.
It's not a bad cover, no. And in all honesty, the best part about the series has been the interior art and the covers.
Yeah, didn't Jim Lee do a cover every week for this one?
Yeah, he was doing a variant. I think he's not doing one anymore. I think he kind of gave up.
everybody, all the artists bailed.
Yes.
Vader's Castle, God, the interior art's got to be the worst interior art of the entire week. It's so bad. It's so bad. Let me show you how bad it is real quick. It's so bad. Oh my lordy.
Was that Francisco Francavilla? Is that Francisco? Is that the Emperor? Who is that?
I guess. Looks like
Desaad? Is that Desaad?
Yeah.
Desaad is in the Star Wars universe now?
It's sad because it
yeah, it's Francisco.
Yeah.
Oh,
Francavilla.
wow.
I don't know if he's trying to draw. I mean, this guy can draw for real too.
Yes, he can, yeah.
I don't know if he's trying to draw it like a kid's book, but this is just a total. And it was dumb.
Well, that's probably
why it was dumb.
That's probably why it got canceled. So
Yeah.
There we go.
All right, so next, skip it. Oh, that was Vader's Castle number 5.
That was Batman Catwoman number 8.
Okay, Killer Queens.
All right, this is
number
I
3.
got Suicide Squad King Shark number 2.
Oh man, we're gonna fight on that one. Okay, so again, here we go. Again, I'm not skirting the lanes about. So again, I don't care. I always have to disclaim it. This just shows the times when you have to say a disclaimer. I don't care if people are gay. I don't care what color they are, what color their skin is. I was in the military. Your skin color doesn't matter. I don't care if people are gay or bi or trans or whatever you want to be. I do not care. Okay, disclaimer said. This is a super boring, uninteresting comic. It's like the first part of it is a car chase, which is boring.
A boring car chase.
Lasers. They escape
How can
to
you
a
have a boring car
tunnel.
chase with lasers?
It was boring. It was so boring. Then they escape to this other world, or this now they're going to help these guys, but they're in this dystopian world. But all this dude cares about is the fact that he can't get the attentions of this other dude. It's just the relationship part of it just is so forced into what's happened. It's not like I'm just looking for a connection in this terrible universe because I feel so lonely. It's more about this dude just being super horny, which it's
a dude.
There's a dude in there.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Oh,
so anyway, just the relationship part of it, gay or straight, doesn't matter. It's just super forced, and it was boring, and the art was boring, and I didn't like it at all. Skip it. Don't even bother. Go ahead with King Shark.
it's for me. This didn't just suck. This really sucked.
Oh.
This was way too long. Too much stupid dialogue, and to be quite honest, I could not tell you what happened in this. I went back through this twice, and I'm like, I still don't understand how we went from point A to B to C to D to E. I'm like, I can't explain this at all.
So they're fighting in the tournament.
But briefly, there's other things going on. Like,
Yep.
one example is how that chick winds up in the having sex with the one guy who's the
The
champion
man,
of Earth.
the God man.
Yeah, she just
the king of men.
and like just shows up. I'm like,
Well, she even says she's like you're king of men. She's like, you're super hot and you're like our savior. You're like a hot Jesus. Like, it's super funny.
I could not follow this comic at all. I could not. I'm like, I really gave it two tries. I had to stop. I could not finish this, but I did finish it. But I just, for a third time, to go through it again, see if I was that lost. Yes, you may be lost reading this. I
followed. We just agree to disagree. I love this one. It's in my top 10. I thought it was super fun. It's a tournament. It's fighting. King Shark gets his ass kicked now, and then he destroys someone else. I like how the little song that's supposed to be Baby Shark made him super enraged. I thought that was really out of place at first, and then I see why it worked later on for him to win a fight where she like starts singing a song, and it's supposed to be Baby Shark. They can't do Baby Shark, obviously, but she does a song. It's clearly supposed to be Baby Shark.
I don't know what the song is.
You never heard Baby Shark?
No.
Baby Shark, do 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 do. It's yeah. I will play Baby Shark for you when this is over.
Okay.
You're gonna want to rip your eyeballs out, and you're gonna be singing it in your head for the next freaking month.
Even more after reading this.
Anyway, it was hilarious. I loved it. It was fun. Yeah, I liked it. It's in my top 10. Okay, next one. Ma.
I've got Nubia in the Amazons.
What?
1-6.
Did I miss a pile of DC that was set aside for me today? Because I missed Nubia. I missed Batman, Catwoman. I must have missed a whole pile of DC stuff. All right. So Ma. They hate men, I guess. And all these women hate men because men are keeping them down and they've beat them. And there's one dude and he's allowed to be around there as long as he doesn't act like other men. And it's like, you cannot categorize an entire gender into the same category.
So you mean to tell me, despite what Twitter and social media says, we're not evil?
Yeah, I'm not even on Twitter. I don't even care. But I don't care what it would. Again, I don't care what it would be. You can't say all women are this, all men are this. I thought this was ridiculous. I really thought it was ridiculous. I was reading this like, is this really what this? I was okay. Maybe this is just one part of it, and then something else happens. Nothing else happens. That's kind of what it's about. I just don't get it. They all hate men, and they're training to do something. I guess hate men even more. I don't know, but yeah, all men are terrible. That's the summary of this book.
And that goes right over to here, because we got almost the same plot line with this one, Nubia and the Amazons.
Really?
So now Themyscira is now an island of battered women from the real world. Battered women who have died are now reincarnated on Themyscira.
Oh, don't fucking tell me that.
That is the truth. Battered women who are murdered just come back reincarnated. And what's crazy is that they just all easily move on from their prior lives. That they never had families, never had kids, nothing. It just it never happened. But that's not how it works.
Is Joshua Williams writing this?
No, actually,
Williams?
It's I think it's Leah Williams who's writing it. Yeah.
I'm kind of glad. Now I'm gonna have to read this now.
Yeah, it is. And Vita Ayala. So there you go, right there.
Wow.
There's a lot that had me uneasy now about this magical island and what they're setting up for the future.
That's angrily shocking.
Yes.
Oh man,
when I read that dialogue, I'm like, whoa. You're not saying this. And yep, it's there.
I'm shocked. Okay, the Lunar Ladies. I think this is for kids. I pushed through it. And I hated every second of it. It was terrible. It was so bad. The art was okay in it. It seems like it'd be good for kids, but then maybe not good for kids. I just didn't like it at all. So
I'm trying to find out this line of dialogue. I'm sorry, it is just like, whoa, this is not no way is the same.
You got two more, Skip?
I'll find it later.
All right,
whatever. It's a piece of junk.
All right, so we each got two more.
I got X-Men Trial Magneto number 3. Hey, how about that?
Go ahead, you start.
So, question.
Yes, Drew, you have a question?
Now, I was led to believe that Magneto was supposed to be on trial.
Oh yeah. What's the book called again?
Trial of Magneto.
Trial of Magneto.
Yeah.
We're not trying to see if we like the book. Oh, he's on trial, like a court
trial.
trial. Oh,
yes.
I thought it was.
That's what I was led to believe.
I thought it was let's trial to see if we can write a good X-Men story.
Yeah, or a trial.
That's not happening.
Yeah, it's like it seems like they're doing an almost similar story with this, like doing the death of Doctor Strange, but with the Scarlet Witch.
Well,
and it's mostly about Scarlet Witch. And I'm like, let's get back to that. I want to do a trial with Magneto. Magneto's like a non-factor at all in this.
Just the part when they go, how can you think of dinner at a time like this? Oh, it's because he's human. And then they go,
yes.
They literally go,
yes.
They literally say, hey, well, we're not forgetting about the fact that you confessed to murdering this person, but let's go ahead and go to dinner. It's like, what's even happening right now?
The bigger question is, why is Captain America obsessed with North Star's boyfriend?
That's another one.
Twice he's brought it up, like, what's going on here?
North Star comes back in a fury, pummels Magneto.
Mm-hmm.
And he's talking about his husband or his boyfriend. Are they married? Or whatever's happening, whatever.
Husband.
And then everyone's acting out of character. It makes no sense to me whatsoever what's happening. No, I'm just like, is this an Elseworld story? Because, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, freaking 3 kaiju show up.
Yeah, and literally out of nowhere, there's a kaiju fight.
The most interesting part of this, is being treated like a throwaway. The most interesting part of this is that the Scarlet Witch hasn't been backed up. Her memory hasn't been backed up for like decades. And they were going to not bring her back. That is a huge part of this story. That talks about the morals of Krakoa, the ruling council. What are they doing? Magneto's on the ruling council. Why has she not been backed up?
That was probably a Hickman element, and they just probably mixed it.
And then Jean and Rachel are like, "Oh, let's go ahead and give her the highlight reel of her life, like it's nothing. Here you go. We're gonna cram into this young Scarlet Witch's brain the fact that she said no more mutants and she has kids. And then just be like, okay, let's go to dinner now. What the fuck? Who's writing this? This is terrible writing.
I think this is Leah Williams on this
one. Let's look.
Either Leah Williams or Vita Ayala.
I'll tell you right now. Shame on editorial for letting the story go through.
It's Leah or Vita.
Shame on everyone for allowing this travesty of. She even looks young, which isn't explained.
Leah Williams.
Okay, Leah Williams.
Yeah.
Well, didn't Leah Williams write something else we hated?
I think
Nubia.
I think it was Nubia. I think and Vita Ayala. Stephanie Williams on this and Vita Ayala. But it's just
this is terrible. It's so bad. I'm angry at this. It's so bad. You have such a great just whatever. I'm done with it. I'll read the next one to crack on it again. And Fantastic Four.
Superman Son of Kal-El #4.
Again, I didn't read it. So Fantastic Four, just skip it. Nothing happens. They go trick-or-treating. They get in a fight. Johnny Storm's still powers. He's wearing a suit now to keep his powers contained, which doesn't make sense because in a previous issue, he couldn't wear a suit because he was so overpowered. He melted it. But they were able to just put him in that suit for a matter of like a few minutes so they could all like say goodbye to him or tuck him into his little super secret area of the tower way below where it can withstand his heat, which also doesn't make any sense because how it rises anyway. So it just doesn't matter. Don't even bother. Go ahead with this.
Superman Son of Kal-El #4. So one of the issues I have, John's boyfriend, he's completely impervious to harm or kidnapping or danger. He's completely impervious to it at all, period. And so there's no danger, suspense, or drama there whatsoever. And what's the point in him as a character other than just for the shock factor of him being John's boyfriend?
How old is John now?
He's supposed to be, I think, 18, 17.
So yeah, he had the success. I'm gonna have to do a whole video about this with him being bisexual now because, again, they're just adding this to the character out of nowhere. He's never had any hints of any of this before ever, and now they just are. Anyway, again, I don't care. Just don't change a character in mid-characterness. Anyway.
Well, another issue. One last issue I have with this is that the Kent farm is completely obliterated, destroyed, cratered, And there's actually a panel of them smiling, saying, "Oh, it's fine. You know, don't worry about it. We've got our memories. Don't worry about it." It's like, but your home and the farm, the barn, everything.
Well,
obliterated.
Jonathan, I don't know if Jonathan wasn't raised there, so I guess it have less of an impact on him.
Well, no, the grandparents, Jonathan and Martha Kent. No, the grandparents. That's what I'm talking about.
God, really?
Yeah, they got smiles on their face, like, "Oh, don't worry about it. It's fine. You got to see this crap." It's like, what the F is wrong with these people? I don't get it.
I don't get how I either love Tom King stuff or I just don't get it at all.
Tom King is going to Tom King. That's what Nerdette said. Tom King will Tom King. So yeah, their home was destroyed. Like, don't worry about it. It's fine.
They're literally smiling.
Yes, in their home that's destroyed. I don't know about you. I grew up in the Midwest. Tornadoes are very prevalent here, and a home is gone effectively. And I have yet to see anyone who is smiling after their home is destroyed.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't read this. I don't know. Oh, and Jonathan does have memories there.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So this video's gone long enough. We're already an hour. An hour. All right. We're sorry it took an hour. Okay, so we're gonna wrap it up. Buy what you like, collect what you want. We're giving away a print. Like your comment number, subscribe. Comment your like number, like it, subscribe to the channel, do all that stuff. You guys are the bestest, and we will see you in the next video. Okay.